Yes, the Casanovians. Right, boys, goal for this live stream is just to wake you the fuck up, to prevent you from sleepwalking your way through life, and to very much unlock your entire dating life, right? Like, there is a dating life right now that you could be living, right? There is a dating life that you could be living, and understand this. Even if it's not true, we make it true by believing in it. As a man thinketh, so is he. Perception is reality, right? Understand that, because what I'm about to teach you in this live stream, it goes beyond the generic bullshit that maybe you've learned from other supposed coaches, right? I'm not teaching you models. I'm not teaching you tricks and lines and routines to trick any woman into bed, right? I leave that for the other charlatans in this space. What I really teach, and the direction in which I believe I'm heading, is teaching what I've decided to term conscious attraction. All right. Now, this is not some woo-woo abstract law of attraction bullshit where you just sit on your kitchen floor, lotus flower position, and just manifest, bro. Just manifest life into existence. Like, none of that bullshit, right? I'm a practical man, and I like practical solutions. But the framework that I'm gonna outline is really, it's not even a framework. It's more of a way of being, like a modus operandi. What I'm gonna outline in this video and all the videos which I create henceforth, we're really gonna go deep, like super, super deep. And understand, like, I'm not teaching you how to cold approach. What I'm teaching you is how to become the version of yourself who can get solid results from cold approach, right? So for us to actually manifest, actually live that dream dating life where you can attract any woman that you want. Your phone book is flooded with gob-smackingly gorgeous girls who are desperate to go on a date with you. Maybe you're traveling around the world with that one wife-worthy woman who's going to be the mother of your children. Like, whatever your definition of a dream dating life is, in order to achieve it, what I found to be true is we need to sacrifice somebody. Right? Now, this is not one of those hardcore business videos. It's like, yeah, bro, it's all about sacrifice, hustle, grind, Sigma mode. That is useful in seasons, but really the person that we want to sacrifice is ourselves. Okay? Understand this. If you could already be living your dream dating life, if you could wake up every single morning next to the woman of your dreams, the woman who is devoted to you, who is that wife-worthy woman, or if you could wake up every morning and your DMs were flooded with beautiful women who wanted to go out on a date with you, if you could be walking down the street and every single woman was checking you out, like, if you could already be doing that, then you'd already be doing it, okay? Understand this, right? If you could be living your dream dating life, you'd already be doing it. So in order to achieve the whatever dating life, the Shangri-La of seduction, which you seek, young Padawan, then it's about becoming the version of ourselves who's capable of achieving the things that we want, right? So rather than chasing a goal, we chase an identity. This is where most guys fuck up. And this is also where most coaches fuck up. It's like the blind leading the blind. It's like these brain dead bozos online who are like, hey, buy my $997 course. I'll teach you how to cold approach. Join my $90 a month school community. I'll teach you how to cold approach. They all miss the mark because they don't focus on becoming the version of yourself who can actually achieve this dating life, right? Because most of them, they don't even know how to do this, right? This is the sort of shit that most people would charge money for. But this concept of conscious attraction, I believe that this is gonna be the thing which completely changes your entire, not just your dating life. You can use this for anything, whether it's business success, social success, anything. It starts with understanding who do you need to become, right? Who do you need to become? And usually that involves removal of things that you're currently doing. So understand, you don't have dating problems. You have personal problems which manifest themselves into dating problems. So maybe right now you drink too much. Maybe you smoke too much. Maybe you spend too much time binging social media. Maybe you're not training like an absolute savage. Like, the reason why I'm caked in sweat right now is because I had a Muay Thai training session for 90 minutes today, got absolutely humbled, let's put it that way. And then I went to the gym with my girlfriend and I did more resistance training, right? So I really pushed my body hard this morning. And that's how I like to start my day. I'm going to speak to you boys later on in this video about the importance of getting yourself into a high frequency state, and a big reason why you're not attracting the women into your life right now. A lot of it is to do with your internal state, okay? Because internal state equals external reality. And look, it's took me a long time to figure all this stuff out, right? If you go back onto the earliest videos on this channel, you'll be able to see who I used to be, right? If you're new to the channel, 4 years ago, I was a porn addict. I had erectile dysfunction. Yes, I'm saying that online to the internet for everybody to hear. I was a porn addict. I had erectile dysfunction, meaning that I would bring women back to my grotty apartment in central Leeds. No fucking idea why they decided to come back there. And my dick would not get hard. And that happened time and time and time again with so many women, right? That was who I was. I was in that grotty apartment. I had £24.82 of universal credit in my bank account. So I had to go to the government and ask for money because I was such a low life loser. I had nothing going for me, right? And then fast forward to today, I've become the best in the world at daytime cold approach. I get the best client results in the industry. You can look at my client results because Evidence has got the loudest voice. Link below, that'll take you to my website. Lots of client results, happy days. Also on my Instagram page at Casanova Dating, more testimonials on there. Evidence really does have the loudest voice. I scaled my coaching business last month to $42,000 a month. I've got an amazing girlfriend out here in Bangkok. I live an international lifestyle. I get to change lives for a living. Like, my life is only just getting started. But I'm not saying this to brag. I'm not saying it to gloat. I'm supplying you with who I was and who I am today to show you that what I'm teaching you in this live stream really fucking works, right? Like, Evidence does have the loudest voice. It works as long as you do. So that's the evidence right there. Becoming that version of yourself. So sacrificing this current version of you. So what are you doing in your life right now which is castrating you of your confidence? So again, maybe you've got addictions to weed, to alcohol, to social media. Maybe you're hanging around with really negative people and they're dragging you down. Maybe you're working a job you hate in a city that you despise. Understand, like, all of these things are affecting your internal state. Like, if you're not waking up every day and you're in an inspired location, you're in a location where you feel good, you've got high relative sexual market value, you find the women attractive, the women find you attractive, you get to do whatever you want to do on a daily basis. Like, I wake up, I can do whatever I want. I can make these live streams, I can go to the gym, I can train Muay Thai, I can take group coaching calls, I can check in with my clients, I can go to the fucking temple. Like, I've got that financial and location independence. And the only way that I've done that is by following the process which I'm outlining here, right? So it's, what does that $1 million version of me do? How does he live? How does he walk? What sort of women is he able to attract? What's his mental health like? What sort of people is he surrounding himself with? Where does he live in the world? Like, do you understand? Like, attracting your ideal woman is about creating your custom-made character, stepping into your custom-made reality, and then acting as if you already have the thing, right? Neville Goddard talks a lot about this. Beginning as though the wish has already been fulfilled. Again, it's in the Bible. Pray as if it's already been done, right? So to attract our ideal partner, our ideal dating life, our ideal opportunities, it's about sacrificing this current version of us, right? Because understand, we're all self-made. Every decision that you've made has led you up to this point. So if you're not happy with the current trajectory of your life, then It's about metaphorically crucifying the current version of you who you currently embody and elevating into the version of you who can achieve all these things. So begin by removing the unnecessary, right? Like, get rid of the cigarettes, get rid of the alcohol, stop binging and pissing away your time on social media, get super locked in and get super clear on who it is you actually want to be, right? Get super clear on who it is you actually want to be. Just imagine what it would feel like to be living your ideal dating life, because if you can imagine it, you can create it, right? Imagination is creation. Like, look at this tank top, look at these sunglasses. There's like fucking skyscrapers out there in Bangkok. The only reason why these objects have come into fruition is because somebody had a thought and they transmuted that thought into creation. So it all starts, it's literally the same as leveling up a video game character. It begins in the mind. It begins by you making the decision to become the version of yourself who can live this ideal life. Because I think for a lot of you boys, you just need to wake the fuck up, right? So many of you are pissing away your precious time, sleepwalking your way through life, and you're gonna wake up when your best years are behind you. So we need a sense of urgency here, right? The time you're pissing away scrolling TikTok, watching like fucking 21-year-olds shake the booty, you could be investing that into educating yourself. You could be going to the gym, you could be training martial arts, you could be out there learning cold approach, doing 100 direct cold approaches, investing into the identity of the version of you who you want to embody, because that top 1% version of you, he's doing all these things, right? This is the conversations that I have with myself. So understand, I'm not speaking to you as a guru. I'm speaking to you as a brother. I'm speaking to you as someone who gets it. I'm speaking to you as somebody who's been in dark places in my life, right? Like 4 years ago, I was that low life loser, but I understood nobody was coming to save me, right? I was either going to make it, I was going to die trying. That was my mindset, right? I have this ruthless, delusional optimism, right? I have optimism in the absence of certainty. And it's not about saying I want, it's I commit, right? Everybody wants things. Everybody wants money. Everybody wants a nice car. Everybody wants a dream partner who they can do life with. But very few people are prepared to commit themselves into becoming that version, because it takes effort. Oh, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll scroll a bit more. Oh, that looks entertaining. I'll go for a walk. I need to clear my head. Clear your head about what? I'm not doing anything. So last month, when I hit $42,000 in a single month, the first thing that I did was set a new goal, right? This is super important, because along your trajectory, what's going to happen is you're going to start elevating. And then as soon as you hit one goal, it's super important for you to set another goal, right? So as soon as I hit $42,000 a month, I was like, right, the next goal is $100,000 a month. Now, in order for me to scale my current business to $100,000 a month, I need to become the version of me who is capable of making that money. Because at the moment, I'm not. Right? At the moment, I'm not, because if I knew how to make $100,000 a month, I'd already be making it. I don't know what I don't know, right? So in order for me to become the $100,000 per month version of myself, I need to invest into that identity, right? This is literally, I'm literally doing this in real time. So my decision to start learning Muay Thai was linked to my desire to scale my business, because I had a conversation with myself. I was like, Kristian, if we want to scale this thing to $100,000 a month, like, what does the $100,000 version of us do, right? Because I had this fear for so long of learning how to fight, like actually learning combat sports, putting myself into that animalistic atmosphere, getting humbled, getting my ego capitulated. And I was like, the version of me which makes $100,000 per month, he dive bombs into discomfort. He does what terrifies him. He trains religiously Muay Thai 3 times a week, because by training Muay Thai at the gym, right, by literally putting myself into that animalistic atmosphere, dude, like the frequency which I'm operating on right now is electric, right? Like I come out of that fight gym, I feel 10 feet tall. Women are noticing me. I can make eye contact with whoever I want. I feel as though I can do anything, right? This is what I was saying to you boys before about getting ourselves into a high frequency state, right? Internal state equals external reality. a lot of guys who want to learn how to cold approach, their life is completely in shambles, right? They're waking up, scrolling TikTok, wanking off into a sock. They've got no value to offer the world. And they think, oh, I can just do cold approach. Oh yeah, cool. Cold approach is a cheat code into the sexual marketplace. Cold approach is a cheat code into the sexual marketplace, but only for the right guys, right? The days of being some low-life loser and thinking you can get any girl into bed, they are long gone. It's no longer faking becoming a man of value. It's no longer about masquerading as this personification of perfection. It's about actually becoming that version of yourself, because beautiful women are a beautiful byproduct of a beautiful life. If you don't have your life in order, cold approach is going to do fuck all for you, because cold approach is what I call a hyperbolizer, meaning it will exaggerate your current character. The reason why so many guys get labeled as creepy when they cold approach is because they are creepy as it stands, because they don't have any value. They're out of shape, they dress like shit, they've got bad hygiene, they don't have a thriving social circle, they hate the job, they hate themselves, they hate their life. So the girl's your mirror. She feels what you feel. So if you hate yourself and hate your life and you think that cold approach is going to be this form of escapism, like, oh, it doesn't matter who I am in my everyday life, I'm going to put on my superhero costume and all of a sudden girls are going to go crazy for me. No, it doesn't work like that. Cold approach is a hyperbolizer. So if you're anything like my typical client, right, the guys who work with me, they are entrepreneurs, they're business owners, they're high achievers, they're guys who've got their shit together, right? They've got the basics in check. Like, you don't need to look like you've just come off the front cover of Men's Health or just strutted off the catwalk of Paris Fashion Week, but just taking care to take care of the basics. So getting your fitness and your fashion in check. Make sure you're actually making some decent money, not so you can flex and lead with your wallet and be all like sugar daddy vibes, but just so you can pay for dates, so you can afford to be spontaneous, so you can afford to cover the bill and it's not going to affect your overall net worth, because now the person who has the most cares the least, right? When you can operate in this place of wholeness rather than from this place of lack, dude, cold approach, it's the greatest investment you can make. But too many guys try and master cold approach when they're in this place of lack, and that's when you start to sound needy or desperate, because you don't fucking like yourself, right? So the way that I get my internal state, the way I increase my frequency, because I do think that's important. I do think before you go out to cold approach, you should be looking and feeling as good as possible, right? So the way that I like to start my days out here in Bangkok is I train Muay Thai and I go and lift weights, right? After I've done that, after I put myself through about 3 hours of hardcore physical exercise, I can be articulate on these live streams. I can really deliver my best self. I can really tell you boys what you need to know rather than what you want to hear. If I attempted to make a live stream like this, 9 a.m. this morning, I'm not the version of myself that I need to be. So the value that I provide is going to be suboptimal, right? So I need to get myself into that high frequency state. Belief follows action, right? I've never met anybody who just leaps out of bed thinking to themselves, yeah, let's get it. Despite what social media will have you believe, I really don't believe anybody starts the day that way, right? It's almost like every day is a blank slate and I have to earn my way into that high frequency state. So I just like doing physical exercise, right? Some guys like putting on some music, dancing around their apartment, FaceTiming a couple of friends, doing some meditation. Anything which allows you to get into that high frequency state is going to be a great investment, because this is what I'm trying to get across to you. Sacrificing this current version of you, because when you wake up in the morning, I guarantee right now, you're staying in bed for longer than you should. The first thing, you're checking your phone, you're getting bombarded by the airbrushed images and the filtered facades. Now you're comparing yourself to other people's lives. Maybe you check the news. Oh, so much negativity. World War III is about to fucking start. So that's not what we need to do, right? So this is what I'm trying to say, right? We're not chasing a goal. We're chasing an identity. If you've not done so already, download my free course. It's called my Most Fuckable Man course. And there's a module in that course. It's called Mindset Mastery. And I literally walk you through a step-by-step process how I actually rewired my entire internal system, right? Because I used to have terrible negative self-talk, and it's that reflected in my external world, right? The reason why I was a porn addict, the reason why I had erectile dysfunction, the reason why I looked the way that I did, I dressed the way that I did, the reason why I had so much low confidence was because I believe that's all I was worth. I believe that's what I deserved, right? So in life, we don't get what we deserve. We get what we think we deserve. So sacrifice this current version of yourself, because if you're not currently satisfied with the life you're living, the women you're dating, and how your future is looking, then sacrifice this current version of yourself. Otherwise, if you always do what you've always done, you'll always get what you've always got. You are on a trajectory right now, and if you continue to do the same things, you will get the same results, right? So something super practical that I want to give you boys as well, and I actually think this is probably part of the reason why so many guys fail miserably with cold approach, right? So if you've been out there and you're noticing that your conversations don't seem to go anywhere, you're noticing that you're getting a lot of flakes, like hashtag William Flakespeare, or even if you are getting dates, the dates don't really seem to lead to anything, then what I found to be true is at the moment, women are just not perceiving you as a sexual option. Just let that sink in for a while, because that really needs to trigger you, right? And I had this for so many years, right? So what I'm telling you right now is exactly the advice that I needed when I started 4 years ago. And again, everything on my journey is documented on this channel. So literally go back, watch my oldest videos, just look at how I presented myself on camera. Listen to the way that I spoke. I was just this hyper-feminized, low-life loser who was so scared of the world, and I desperately craved validation from the internet, from the women, from my peers. Like, I was just not in a good mental place, right? And when I would have my cold approach conversation, like, fair play to my current self, because despite all of my physical disadvantages at the start, one thing I did have in abundance was a willingness to attempt. Like, I really did put myself out there. So I really respect myself for the willingness and the relentless determination to just keep showing up, right? That's Winston Churchill said, success is being able to go from one failure to another without losing any enthusiasm, right? That's really your biggest superpower when you first get started with cold approach. You know, you're going to get a lot of blowouts, you're going to get a lot of flakes. That's why I say, just get 100 direct cold approaches done ASAP. At the moment, you don't know what you don't know. There's no point in watching any more of these videos until you've done 100 direct cold approaches. You can literally just get them done in a week. Like, if you're strategic about it, you can get 100 done. In my experience, it takes about 100 direct cold approaches to start to develop proficiency and understand, rather than going out there to get dates, to get laid, to get happy endings, when you're doing your first 100 cold approaches, they are an investment into your future self. You are saying to the universe, I'm doing these 100 direct cold approaches to invest into the identity of the version of me who I want to embody, that bold, risk-taking, action taker who goes after what he wants, who acts in spite of fear and is courageous in his pursuits, okay? So 100 direct cold approaches, get them done. That's super practical. Anybody can do it. It's literally going over to him, be like, hey, excuse me, you look amazing. What are you doing today? That's nice. Have a good day. That's it. Rinse and repeat 100 times. You literally don't need any courses about that. It's literally you growing a big set of balls, just going over. Remind yourself, no one's allergic to a compliment. View the reps as the reward. Do not deny that woman the opportunity to get to feel beautiful today. Right? Just go over. Make a day. Make a smile. That's nice. Right? Rising tide lifts all the boats. Again, the person who has the most cares the least. Operate from that place of wholeness rather than from that place of lack. So maybe before you go out to cold approach, you lift some weights, you do some combat training. Now you're starting to feel yourself. Now you can go out to give rather than going out to take. And that's how you just start to get the momentum with cold approach. One sec. Let me just take a sip of the H2O. If you're enjoying this live stream so far, drop it a like. It just tells me that you're enjoying the content. The goal for these live streams is, like, I say to myself, imagine somebody was paying $100,000 for this video, for this piece of content, right? So that's the way that I want to show up when I do these live streams. I don't hold anything back. I give away information and I charge for implementation, because what I've learned is information is actually pretty useless. Like, knowledge is actually not that valuable. right? Like, a million people on this planet could know how to cold approach, but it's not the information they lack, it's the implementation, it's the accountability, it's learning through osmosis, it's spending time with somebody who actually lives and breathes this stuff, like spending time with somebody who's gone from where he was to where he's at now. That's what I charge the big money for. That's why I get the results that I do. That's why I say I'm the best in the world at what I do. It's because I decided, like, I speak that shit into existence, right? The reason why I say I'm the best in the world at daytime cold approach, the reason why I say I get the best client results in the industry, it's not just this egoic expostulation. The reason why I say it is because I'm saying to the universe, this is the identity which I'm now embodying. I'm saying it to hold myself accountable. So it's like when guys come to me, they tell me what they want, and I fucking get it for them, right? Like the reason why I get guys multiple dates a week, multiple dates in the same day, girlfriend experiences, like long-term girlfriends, is because they tell me what they want and I get it. Because it's like my language, the language that I use holds me accountable. Does that make sense? There's no point in me saying I'm the best in the world at what I do and then giving a half-assed experience to the guys who work with me. It's like my language holds me accountable. And that's what you need to start doing as well. The language that you're using, it dictates the reality that you live. Like Plato said, people who tell stories rule the world. So at the moment, you're probably castrating yourself with your own confidence because you're like, oh, I'm a loser, I'm an introvert, I suck with women. That's the reality that you are going to exist within, right? Like, even if it's not true, we make it true by believing in it. It's just as objectively true before you go in for that approach to just tell yourself you are the most fuckable man on the planet. It's just as objectively true to feed yourself that narrative as it is to say, oh, that girl, yeah, she's out of my league, she's never going to want me, what's the point? Oh, I might as well go home, play Fortnite and wank myself off into a sock. Oh, Kristian's posted a new video. Oh, maybe this will help me. It's like, dude, I'm giving you the building blocks, right? But it's not, you don't need any more information. It's the implementation, right? Implementation. That's why guys work with me, right? If information was going to get you your ideal dating life, then you'd already fucking have it. Right? You'd already be doing the thing, right? You'd already be doing it. Like, look at all of the fitness videos out there. Why has everybody not got a six-pack? Why is everybody not in immaculate condition? It's not the information, it's the implementation, it's the accountability, it's a no bullshit feedback, it's spending time around somebody who actually knows what the fuck he's doing, right? Again, just listen to the testimonials that I get. That's why I can actually say the things that I say. Evidence has got the loudest voice. I back up my claim with hardcore evidence. So look at the testimonials, listen to the testimonials. When you're ready to pull the trigger, you can come work with me, you can travel the world with me. I'll work with you in person. You'll get faster results with me in a couple of days than you get on your own in a couple of years. So you'll pay with money or you'll pay with time. People pay with whichever one they value the least. So what do you value more, time or money? I value my time. That's why I've invested tens of thousands of dollars into my own self-education. Again, because that's what this $100,000 per month version of me does. I invested £14,000 into business mentoring a couple months ago. That helped me scale to $42,000 a month. Again, I don't know what I don't know. What I was saying to you boys before about lacking an assertive masculine edge, because at the moment, I guarantee your conversations with women are perpetually platonic, right? You're giving across this needy, nice guy, gay best friend type of vibe because at the moment, you're probably terrified of your own masculinity, right? So that means you're not showing up in your full, unapologetic masculine self. You're not stepping into your masculinity because maybe you feel ashamed. Maybe you feel ashamed to actually have sexual desires. Maybe you feel ashamed to find women attractive. Maybe you feel ashamed to actually go over to women stone cold sober during the daytime and give them a compliment. Maybe you feel a lot of shame around your own sexuality, and then this is surfacing in your conversation. So your conversations might look very like, hey, how are you? Oh, nice. Yeah, cool. You look really, really cute. Do you see what I'm saying? It's like the way that I'm presenting myself here, which is the way that I would present myself for years. Like I'm not like, shitting on anybody. Like we all start somewhere, but it's like right now, are you a guy who women want to fuck? Like, are you? Like, would you fuck yourself? I'm using explicit, brutally honest language here because I just want to wake you up. Like, would you fuck yourself? Would you date yourself? Because the answer for me 4 years ago was no. No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't go to bed with myself. I wouldn't date myself. If I approach me, I'd be like, get the fuck away from me, man. Right? So sacrifice. We need to sacrifice this current version of us and step in to our God-given masculinity. Like, dude, like, we are virile, red-blooded males. We are designed for conquest, for competition, and for creation. But so many of us are squandering our life energy on porn, on fast food, on just cheap dopamine hits. And you wonder why no woman wants to date you. Because you wouldn't fucking date yourself. So, straight up, one of the best ways to just start tapping in to your masculinity, like reawakening that beast inside of you, is just learning combat sports, just learning how to fight, like stepping into a fight gym. How many of you boys have actually done that? Like, I've been preaching going into fight gym since I actually started my Muay Thai journey a couple of weeks ago. How many of you have actually done it, right? How many of you have actually had the emotional bravery to just step into a fight gym? Oh, Kristian, I don't want to get brain damage. You're not going to get brain damage, you fucking idiot. Like, it's all excuses. It's all excuses. Because I had all these excuses. Oh, I don't want to learn to fight. I'm too busy. Oh, I don't want to get brain damage. Oh, I'm not a fighter. I'm a lover. No, Kristian, you're just scared. You're just a pussy. Sacrifice this current version of yourself, because that $100,000 a month version of you, that version of you who you've already met in the future, he goes to the fight gym, he trains like a savage, he doesn't have time to be tired, he doesn't have time to make these bullshit excuses. He knows what he wants and he goes after the things that he wants with unapologetic conviction. My coach, he said to me today, Kristian, in a year, you'll be ready. You'll be ready to actually start having amateur fights. And like, give that to me. I want that shit, and I'm putting it out here on the live stream. Like, I want to be in a Muay Thai ring having these amateur fights. Because like, what am I training for? Do you know what I mean? Like, what am I just training for? It's just like fucking dance around and be like, oh, I'm so capable. I just spar. No, I want to take it the full way. I want to have Muay Thai fights. I want to just feel the sensation of what it's like to be in a ring with an adversary, and just tap into that sensation, that sense of aliveness. That's everything that I do, is to give me that sensation of aliveness. Like Cole Approach, I was a magician for a decade. I was jumping out of airplanes at 18 years old, doing social media. It's all, everything that I do, it's like a bridge which takes me closer to the divine. That's what all religions, I believe, should be. All religions are a bridge which takes us closer to the divine. Day game is a discipline which takes me closer to the divine. Fighting, it allows me to step in to that masculinity, right? So at the moment, let's just circle it back to daytime Cole Approach. Your conversations are too platonic, right? Women don't want to fuck you because you're not a version of you who is fuckable right now. And if you want to learn how to become fuckable, download the free course, my Most Fuckable Man course. I could easily charge hundreds of dollars for this course, because it's like everything that I've learned about like manifestation, identity building, custom-made character, custom-made reality, like it's all in there, right? So just get the fucking course. I'm probably going to add more modules to it as well, like as I'm learning and as I'm developing, like I'll put more shit in there. So yeah, just download the course. It's fucking free. So it's like, why would you not do that? Yeah, download the free course. It's cool. So what we've learned so far, right? We've learned that in order to manifest our ideal dating life, it's about sacrificing, metaphorically crucifying this current version of ourselves and meeting the version of us who we want to embody in the future. In my Most Fuckable Man course, I give you boys what I call a personal renaissance document. In that document, you're going to craft your custom-made character. You're going to refer to yourself in the third person. You're then going to act as if the wish has already been fulfilled. And you're going to feel what it feels like to wake up every day in your dream, right? Even if it's not true, we make it true by believing in it. We are living in a simulation right now. I learned this from one of my mentors, like an 8-figure entrepreneur, absolutely crushing it. He said to me, Kristian, you realize the universe actively wants you to win. The universe wants to give you the things that you want, but you need to know what it is that you actually want. And if you're not clear on what it is that you want, you're going to have this mismatched reality. So it's like when you're going out there, and let's say you've already done 100 direct call approaches, what are you going out there for? Like, what's the goal? Because once you've got the skill, you've got the skill. But why are you learning the skills? It's like, rather than making money just to make money, it's like, what are you making the money for? Like, what's the goal here? For me, the reason why I wanted to make money when I had £24.82 of universal credit was because I wanted to live internationally. I wanted to live a life free from bullshit. I didn't want to have to go to a dead-end job and ask my boss, hi, can I go for a shit today? I didn't want to do that stuff. So it's like, I wasn't chasing money to chase money. I was chasing money to chase a reality. Does that make sense? So when you're going out there and cold approaching, understand, what is the goal here? Are you going out because you want to get yourself a girlfriend? That's amazing, because now you know what you're going out there for. You can manifest her by being super specific on who this version is, right? Like, what does she look like? Like, if you're going out there to find a girlfriend, that's amazing. What does she look like? Like, how old is she? What are her values? What was her childhood like? What is she what's she interested in? What's the fucking star sign? Like, the more specific we get on what we're actually looking to get, the easier it is to actually get it, right? We don't attract necessarily what we want. We attract what we are, right? We attract what we are. So I don't believe in the notion of the one, but I do believe in the concept of soulmate. And I believe that there are women who've been put on this earth specifically for us. And it's our job as men to become the version of ourselves who's ready to receive these women, right? We very much receive the love that we're ready to receive. Yeah, so if you're dissatisfied right now with the level of woman you're attracting, it's not the women's fault, it's your fault, because you've not yet become the version of you who's ready to receive the women that you want. Does that make sense? So again, everything that you could possibly need is in the free course. My Most Fuckable Man course, that literally gives you step by step a clear roadmap on how I elevated my entire existence. I think it would be useful just to go back to talking about these like platonic conversations, because I think this is a big, let's just call it, sticking point for a lot of guys. So if you currently feel as though you lack a masculine, assertive edge, then yeah, learn combat sport, start lifting heavy shit, just start saying no to more people, start challenging people, start disagreeing with people. Like, a character which I've always modeled my own custom-made character off is Tyler Durden from Fight Club, right? And understand, Tyler Durden is not a character. Tyler Durden is an identity. Tyler Durden represents the version of us who we've always wanted to be, but have been too scared to try. Yeah, because within all of us, what I found to be true is there is this trifecta of conflicts. There is a conflict between the version of us who we've always been, the version of us who we think we should be, and the version of us who we want to be. So I like to get inspiration from TV series, from movies. So it's like Tyler Durden, I don't think there's a better masculine archetype for resurrecting the version of us. Like, he's already inside of us. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's already in there. And that's why this entire process, it's a process of unlearning, right? It's not learning anything new, but relearning that which we already know, stripping back these layers of social conditioning so we can connect with our most authentic selves. Like, the reason why you're not showing up in your full, unapologetic masculine frame right now is because there's just years and years of social conditioning layered upon you. That's why you're having these platonic conversations. That's why women are not perceiving you as a sexual option. It's because you're blocked, right? You feel stuck. You feel as though you're in a rut, and it's like you're banging your head against a brick wall. It's because you've not stepped in to that identity yet. You've not really sat and meditated on that version of you. Like, you've already got it inside of you. Again, just fucking get yourself to a fight gym, lift heavy shit, get a sweat on, do high intensity interval training, like sprint up hills. That's what I used to do when I was living in Rio, when I was living in Leeds, out here in Bangkok. It's like, just find a steep hill, sprint up it 10 times. It's like, that's how you hashtag find yourself. Like, people talk about going on a fucking gap year. You don't need to go on a gap year to find yourself. Just sprint up a hill, like 38-degree heat. Then you'll start to connect with your most authentic self. Like, that tiger inside of you is going to be unleashed when we push our bodies to the limit. I really think that just start with physical activity first, right? Physical activity, like really get a sweat on, like get yourself out of your head into your body. Now you're starting to feel yourself. And then when you are going out there and you are cold approaching, action focused rather than outcome dependent, right? Action focused rather than outcome dependent, because again, If you were already that version of you who's got more high quality options and he knows what to do with, imagine how non-needy, how carefree, how detached from outcome you would be when you go out and cold approach, right? And that's the energy that you want to transmute into your conversations, like literally right now. And it's not fake it till you make it. It's believe it so you can become it. Imagination leads to creation. The only thing which is preventing you living that top 1% dating life right now is the way you perceive yourself, right? Perception's reality. As a man thinketh, so is he. Even if it's not true, we make it true by believing in it. So to manifest your ideal dating life, your ideal partner, whether it's money, fucking lifestyle, social circle, like whatever it is, it starts today with a sacrifice of the current self, right? Whoever you've been in the past, forget about that person. I was on a coaching call yesterday with a guy, and all he wanted to do was talk about who he's been in the past. I had to interrupt him. I was like, brother, I don't give a flying fuck about who you've been. That's what therapy's for. If you want to go talk about your hashtag problems and, how difficult it was for you at school, go get a therapist. A therapist will happily take your money and take like 10, 100 hours of your time just so you can talk about your hashtag problems. I don't give a fuck about who you've been. I give a fuck about who you want to be, right? So it's like when you come to me and you say to me, Kristian, I want to work with you. The first thing I'll ask you is, what do you actually want? Because as soon as you tell me what you want, it's done. You'll have it. Like, you will have the thing, because it's like you've got me in your corner to hold you accountable. You've now got accountability for your own manifestations. And it's like, you just, what do you want? What do you want? What do you want? And who do you need to become to achieve it? That's all we need to focus on. It's not about lines and tricks and routines. Oh, Kristian, there's this really nice girl at my school. What's the best way to start a conversation with her? It's like, you don't give a fuck about that. It's how can you become the version of yourself who she can't ignore? How can you become the most fuckable version of yourself? How can you become the version of you who's got more high quality options and he knows what to do with? How can you be the version of yourself who lives in Bangkok with a beautiful girlfriend who absolutely adores him, like pretends to be fucking dolphins in the swimming pool, making $42,000 a month? The way you do it is by making a decision. It doesn't happen by luck, it happens by design. This is not bullshit woo-woo law of attraction nonsense. This is what happens when you get crystal clear on what it is that you want and you make your actions align with your ambitions and you just don't stop. You just don't stop. That's what most fucking guys are doing that. Right? They're like, I want this. I want to live internationally. Then maybe they get their asses onto a chair, do a little bit of research. It's like, fucking hell, that sounds complicated. Oh shit, I need to do, maybe. It's like, that's why you're losing. That's why women don't want to fuck you, because you're not the version of you who's prepared to put in the effort, right? Again, we're all self-made. Every single one of us is self-made. But the people who want to admit that they're self-made are the people who are proud of their lives. And dude, the reason why I'm saying all this thing and like getting ferociously, eccentric is because I just want the best for you. Like, I've been in that position. I've been that low-life loser, porn addict, erectile dysfunction. I've been there, done that. Got the fucking, whatever it is, albatross around my neck. Ancient Mariner, Samuel Taylor Coleridge. Not read it. If you know, you know. Represent. Like, I've been there, right? I've been there, and I get it, right? And it sucks. Like, I had days where I just didn't think I was gonna do anything, right? A man without hope is dead, right? I had those days. I had those dark nights of the soul. I had those days where I was like, fuck, like, am I ever gonna get over my fucking erectile dysfunction? Am I ever gonna be able to break out of this shitty city of Leeds? I started cold approaching during the fucking pandemic. Right? All I knew was face masks and social distancing. I've become the version of me who's speaking to you today, right? And when I say I'm the best in the world at what I do, I say it because I decided. And because I decided, it's true. It's true. Because it's true. We're living in a fucking simulation. Nothing's real. It's all in our heads. Perception is reality. So this has been a sporadic expostulation into what I'm terming conscious attraction. This is like, almost like the first draft. It's not really the first draft. I say the proper draft. Like my most fuckable man course. That's like a structured layout of like, this is what you do here. Step 1, step 2, step 3. Like the course is a lot more structured. But what I'm realizing more and more is so many guys who try and learn this skill of cold approach, this decentralized skill set of the awake 1%, they're learning it backwards. Like they're attempting to learn, right? How should I stand? What's my posture? Oh, body language. Oh, what do I say? Like, has she hooked yet? Oh, vibing, stacking. Oh, what's the London day game? Or like, none of that shit is going to make a shite of difference. Like, we can give you the technicals. Like me and my coaching team, we can give you the technicals, but it's none of that stuff matters until you've got the inner version of you. Like, dude, if somebody brainwashed you today into believing you were God's gift to women, like if you woke up tomorrow and you just been brainwashed into believing you were the most fuckable man on the planet, you wouldn't give a fuck about having long conversations. You wouldn't give a fuck about what's the best open. You wouldn't give a fuck about, oh, where should I take this girl on a date? It's like, you're already there. You're already the guy, right? And like, the world's your mirror, not just the girl's your mirror, the fucking world's your mirror. So this is like the first draft, like, conscious attraction, because I really do believe this is what's been missing from this whole pickup, seduction, attraction space for like since its inception. It's becoming the version of us before we've even become that version of us and acting as if we already are that, like internal state, external reality. So listen, if you've even got like 1% ounce of value from this live stream, despite like going here, there and everywhere, like I don't have any notes, I just turned this fucking thing on after I've done Muay Thai, done some fucking weights and shit. I just deliver. I just deliver myself, right? I'm like God acting in disguise. So listen, if you've even got like 1% of value from this live stream, drop it a like. Drop it a like. It tells me you enjoyed this new season of content. This conscious attraction fucking thing that we're going on. Again, I don't have any courses to sell you. I don't have any bullshit school community like $57 a month. I've just got one really fucking expensive coaching product which changes lives fast. Like, dude, I've had guys work with me and within a week of signing up and joining our community, they're already going on dates. They're already having full-on girlfriend experiences. They're already meeting women who are thinking about, maybe I want to settle down with this woman. It's like, that's just like within a week. That's before we've even done any in-person coaching experience. Like, you work with me, you get an entire year of dedicated support. You get in-person coaching experience, weekly group coaching calls. You get invitation to secret worldwide masterminds. We've got guys out with me right now in Bangkok. Took them to the Muay Thai fighting the other day. I'm going to get them to the Muay Thai gym, just get them humble. It's like, I understand what works and I understand how to get results. But the only way that I can get results is by knowing the result that you actually want. So if you're interested, even slightly, in working with me, then there's a link below. You can fill out an application form and we can have a conversation, right? Stop hiding, stop being on the sideline, stop being a static spectator, become an active player, because that's what that top 1% version of you does. He's fearless, he takes action. He finds someone like me on the internet and he's like, you know what? I've just spent an hour of my life listening to this guy. Why the fuck have I not booked in a call with him yet? Why the fuck have I not at least got, like, see what he's got to say? Why the fuck have I not been curious about his coaching, his offer, what he actually does? So there's a link below. You can apply to work with me. If you don't want to work with me, but you're thinking, maybe I will in the future, download the free courses. They're a nice gateway drug into the full Casanovian experience. So yeah, boys, listen. I hope you found this useful. I just try and show up every single day. I do a live stream every day, just because I just want to change lives. That's what it is for me now. It's like impact over revenue. I just want to give, because I know all of that good karma is going to keep finding me. Like, that's the model. That's my business model. I just give a shitload away for free, and then when people know, like, and trust me, they buy from me, and I get to really change the fucking life. So yeah, link below if you want to work with me, get the free courses, and like the live stream if you've enjoyed it. All right, boys. Speak with you tomorrow. Mwah. Love yous.